The Chargers won the toss, and they have elected to receive with Barner back there along with Brandon Oliver. It's LA on CBS. Preseason week number 3. Barner will take a knee, and they'll take it at the 25-yard line to open things up. And the talented Melvin Gordon is in the backfield on 1st and 10 from the 25. Keenan Allen, the motion man. Play action on the roll and toss. Catch is made by Allen, and Allen gets a first down across the 35. Lead for the Chargers, lost to Seattle 48-17 in week 1 of the preseason. Running play to Gordon. Gordon slashing through, and he crosses the 40-yard line. Chargers go 3 receiver set with Travis Benjamin. Rivers to the outside. And the connection made to Keenan Allen once again. Half the season with a kidney injury. He's putting up huge numbers in 2015. Gordon again. Gordon leaning in and considered probably the biggest bargain in the NFL at his current number. Rivers on 2nd and 8. Connects with Davis underneath. Rivers operating out of the gun on a 3rd and 5 opening possession. Rivers, plenty of time, throws, deep ball, open man, touchdown, Travis Benjamin. He is a blur, 45 yards.
This protection is awesome. Rivers has about 4 seconds to let this one go. No safety in the middle of the field. That allows him to put the ball out in front of Benjamin, and he just coasts into the end zone.
Keenan himself, smooth route runner. Then you've got Tyrell Williams, who had a tremendous breakout season last year, and he called Travis Benjamin a game breaker. Cooper is the deep man for the Rams. Deep kick. And Cooper will take a knee. Brown stepping in for Todd Gurley tonight for the Rams. Brown gets the call. Stutter step. And not much there for Brown.
A perfect strike.
Cup not playing tonight, a strained groin. Goff has time. Strong throw from Goff to the sideline, working it to Robert Woods, the former Buffalo Bill. Round pick last year out of South Carolina. 7-0 lead for the Chargers. Malcolm Brown hit down low and nowhere to go. Goff out of the gun, 2nd and 12. Goff, pressure, steps up, avoids it. Dumps it off. Safety valve was Malcolm Brown. Down the sideline. Big stick. Inside the 40. Rams are on the move. Deep drop. Goff has protection. Goff lofts it. Incomplete. And a flag thrown. Higbee, the intended target.
Pass interference. Defense number 57. Automatic. First down.
It's Jatavis Brown.
27-yard penalty.
On a bootleg. Goff connects with Everett. Goff operating out of the gun. Goff. High throw. Incomplete. Goff trying to get the Rams into the end zone. Look out. Goff loses the football. Stripped free and scooped up. Running down the field. And Melvin Ingram. Will he run out of steam? He takes it all the way. Touchdown Chargers.
How he goes to Goff attacking the football with his left hand to knock it out, and a good scoop by Ingram. And right about here, he is starting to tighten up a bit, but he's got enough to get in the end zone.
I have 6 cheat days a week. I go 1 healthy day. Koo with the extra point. May's baby and trying to get Jared Goff to take that next step. Youngway Koo kicks off. Cooper will return it 2 yards deep in the end zone. Cooper, he gets crushed as he crossed the 10-yard line.
Presentation told me they would not make any public statements regarding the process of negotiation. So at the moment, guys, it remains with no movement.
And Evan, he is among the elite. He might be the elite, the personnel. It's been a really good marriage with the new defensive coordinator of the Chargers. Up the middle, Malcolm Brown.
Clippers would like a 14-0 run.
Blake Griffin is 4 of 4 from the field with 2 dunks. Goff, deep ball, intercepted. Another turnover, and it's picked up by Jason Verrett. Verrett still going. Verrett in his return to the lineup.
This ball comes out of spiral for him a little bit, hangs up in the air. There's no wind here at all tonight at the Coliseum, and it was woefully short.
They're going to take a look and see whether he was down off the INT and if that return is going to stand. The turnover will stand.
To review, the LA Chargers defender intercepted the ball and was down by contact, and therefore it'll be Chargers ball first down. Would the game clock operator reset the game clock to 6:39?
Wilkin was back there with him, now shifts to the line. Gordon. Little stop and go by Gordon coming off a fantastic season. He went to the Pro Bowl. Gordon remains in there. Picked the brain of DeMarco Murray at the Pro Bowl and picked up some pointers as well. Plowing for the first down. Anthony Lynn echoed the same sentiments. Melvin Gordon again. And Gordon crosses the 40-yard line for a 6-yard pick. The draft, they were compared back in their college days, Wisconsin and Georgia. Rivers, timing route. Catch made by Allen and showing his toughness. Taking the hit. A jump.
Yep, good hard count. Yep.
Encroachment, defense number 95. 5-yard penalty and creates a first down.
He's elected to go with Derek.
He's an offensive player.
That's true. You're saying what? That they don't need the initials, offensive players? Chargers are threatening again. They already have a 14-0 lead on the Rams. Give it to Gordon. Good patience by Gordon, and he spun down just inside the 25-yard line. A lot of turnovers, and it was Rivers who had a bunch of them. 21, his career high. Rivers on time to Keenan Allen. That's a first down inside the 10, and he has the same motion as his dad. Head off up the middle to Gordon, and Gordon keeps the legs churning. 8 children. I would say Tiffany is the MVP. Slashing move by Gordon for the touchdown. And the Chargers are pouring it on in this opening quarter.
Number 75 gets out with a kick-out block on the linebacker. Huge hole right in the middle, right to the second level and into the end zone for Gordon.
He told us that the jobs are up for grabs with both place kicker and punter. And the injury bug has been a problem each of the last 2 years. 5-11 last season, last place in the AFC West for the second straight year. Cooper will take it out. Cooper works that sideline, and he is forced out of bounds. We still have a minute to go in this opening quarter. Toss it to Brown. Brown turns it upfield. Brown squeezing through for a first down.
But that worked for him that time.
2 set of downs for the Rams. Brown again running west. Coordinator and assistant head coaching role. And off to Malcolm Brown. Flag is down. Brown is thrown backwards on the play. Mebane lost his helmet.
Illegal use of the hands to the face. Defense number 51. This 5-yard penalty from the spot where the ball was snapped. 5 yards and an automatic first down.
Reshuffled their offensive line. Aaron Cromer is now coaching that group. And off to Brown. Nice move by Brown. 2nd and 1 for the Rams. Give it to Brown, who's got a first down. With the addition of Whitworth and John Sullivan, veterans. Brown, 5th straight run for the Rams, and Brown has been effective. Cutting to the outside, and Brown has got another first down for LA. So it's 2nd and inches here for the Rams. They're inside the 35 of the Chargers. Rush cutting. And Brown trying to make some moves, but was held for no gain. They go with Aaron Green in the backfield. Green gets the call. Green trying to stay upright in that second effort. Right tackle Rob Havenstein. 2 set of downs. Green tried that shake and bake move, didn't really work. 1-yard pickup. Chargers, 16th in team defense last year, but 29th in scoring defense. That's not all on the defense. A lot of turnovers. 3rd and long for the Rams. They handle the rush. Goff connects, and it's Woods trying to strip the ball, but Woods would not give it up, but it will be short. 2-yard attempt for Greg Zuerlein. He's got it, and the Rams are on the board, 21-3.
Barner shading his eyes, in fact.
And Zuerlein puts it into the end zone. Barner couldn't handle it initially, and Oliver gives him a tip. Stay down. Late flag was thrown, so they'll deal with that. Tony Corrente.
Offside, kicking team number 36. Los Angeles Chargers have exercised the option of having the 5-yard penalty added to the touchback. It'll be first down at the 30-yard line.
You have to be specific.
You could say Chargers or Rams.
You could, but you like options. Oliver to the outside. Stumbling to that first down line. Good block from Chris Hairston.
Tough, and he says he's also very blessed.
Hand off to Oliver. And that's a first down run for Brandon Oliver. So that'll be it for Melvin Gordon as well. Jones on a give. And Oliver runs into a brick wall. Last year, Jones in his rookie season was a 4th-round pick. Two-way threat at Ohio State. And that pass to the outside, and Keenan Allen.
Apropos name for Oregon, because it seems like the whole state's on fire.
Oh boy, 3rd and 2. Intercepted! There was a battle for the football. And the Rams come away with it. Dominique Hatfield getting an opportunity here at the 7:36 mark of the second quarter. Take the handoff, Mannion. Accurate throw as he tosses it over the middle and makes the connection with Pharaoh Cooper. And this is a Pac-10 guy talking about, what, were you Pac-8 or Pac-10 or Pac-4?
Pac-2.
Pac-2.
Not what they wanted, I would imagine.
No, Sean McVay mentioned it. They want to get him coming out on a high as Davis makes the catch and rumbles for a first down. 6-minute mark of this second quarter. Mannion hands it to Davis. Justin Davis picks the hole. 4-yard pickup off of the plate of Sean McVay and told him, hey, focus on unifying these guys, getting the offense rolling. Gerald Everett. Nice catch by Everett. They anticipated that Dunbar could be a factor in this offense. They handle the rush. Nice hands. Brandon Shippen. 4 minutes to go in this first half. Brandon trying to punch it into the end zone. Davis. Justin Davis is spun down. Davis and Rogers in the backfield. Mannion. Fade. Over the head of Pharaoh Cooper. 3rd and goal. Mannion sets. Fires. The bobble by Everett. And it's ruled incomplete. Bounced back last year after a shaky 2015. He burst onto the scene when he came into the league in 2012. And he knocks that one through. 3:02 to go in the second quarter. The Suns playing tricks on the returners, Barner and Oliver, and they're not even going to test it. Another booming kick coming out to the 25-yard line. Oliver and Watt in the backfield. Play fake for Jones. Steps up. Lofts it to the outside. Fielding it like a punt. Hunter Henry. The versatility this offense will have with Henry and Gates. Tossing Brandon Oliver, backing up the Pro Bowler Melvin Gordon. 2nd and 8 for Cardell Jones and the Chargers. They trail or lead at 21-6 with flags down.
False start. Offense number 86. 5-yard penalty, and it remains second down.
One catch, 16 yards. 3rd penalty against the Chargers. Jones, clean pocket. Tosses it underneath. Isaiah Burse, the former Denver Bronco. Austin Eckler in there, rookie out of Western State. Jones looked that way, now fires, and it's knocked away. Trying to force it into Burse is Drew Kaiser in his second year from Texas A&M. Averaged 46.3 yards per kick last year, but 39.8 on the net. Shakir Ryan returned that. Decides to catch it inside the 10. Working out of the gun. Now the Chargers complaining that there was movement on the left side of the Rams offensive line. The officials agree.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
They do not.
5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
5 yards for the Rams. Mannion, high throw. Almost intercepted off the deflection by Cooper. Desmond King has been impressive so far in the preseason. A rookie out of Iowa. Mannion. Cooper with the catch, and he holds on to it as flags fly.
There are fouls against both teams. Illegal shift offense, 2 receivers moving and never resetting. Personal foul defense and a hit to a defenseless player. By rule, the 5-yard penalty is disregarded. The 15-yard penalty will be marched from the spot where the ball was snapped and an automatic first down.
Mannion steps up, tosses the deep ball, and it's too far. 2nd and 10 for the Rams. Mannion, protection is there. Mannion's throw is handled by Justin Davis. All 3 timeouts remaining for the Rams. Now a 3rd and 4. Working quickly here. Mannion, catch for a first down. It's Davis again, just across midfield. The officials added 3 seconds to the clock, so now 20 seconds left for the Rams to work with, just inside Chargers territory. Mannion uncorks one, incomplete. Mannion got rid of it as he was anticipating the hit, and Chris McCain was shot out of a cannon. On the practice squad with Dallas, New Orleans, San Diego, cups of coffee with the Dolphins and the Saints. Did not snap it quick enough. Mannion was under center for a little too long, or this would be irrelevant. On the live look, Mannion was sensing it, and he tried to get rid of it, but he lost the football.
That look there looked like a fumble.
Yeah, it sure did. Moving forward.
After review, the ruling on the field stands as an incomplete pass.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
3rd down.
Well, Mannion was 2015, if memory serves, to the outside. Justin Davis, 57-yard attempt. Zerline, the approach is down the middle, and he's got it. Younghoe Koo, the rookie out of Georgia Southern. Shakir Ryan is the deep man, ranges over, and Ryan's going to take it out of the end zone. Looking for some blockers. Ryan goes down short of the 15-yard line. 21-9 as we start this 3rd quarter. Ian Eagle, Dan Fouts, Evan Washburn, the rest of our NFL on CBS crew. Justin Davis gets the call, and Davis has nowhere to run.
85 yards and a bomb to Travis Benjamin.
Mannion dials up the deep ball, nobody home. Rams hiring Sean McVay. Les Snead, the GM, stays on, now in his 6th year. Mannion, pressure. Oh, dangerous throw into a crowd. And Davis, the intended receiver. And a flag thrown back at the 5-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense number 48, unnecessarily contacting the quarterback late. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
At the 31-yard line for the Rams. Handed to Davis, falls forward. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Good stealing books there.
Mannion pulls the trigger, knocked away. Everett, the intended receiver, started 4 of 4, was connected on just 3 of his last 11 passes. Mannion hit as he throws, incomplete. Pharaoh Cooper and Desmond King. Johnny Hecker, Pro Bowler last year, Pro Bowl in 2013. Kenyon Barner, the return man, backpedals from the 10. Yeah, Barna, a collision as he crossed the 15-yard line. Double
Conclusion
team
of the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Los Angeles Rams, number 12. 15-yard penalty, first down.
A bit of Atlanta, some Kyle Shanahan stuff. But acknowledge he's not even into the advanced part of it yet. Andre Williams is in for the Chargers, and it's a 1-yard pickup for the former Giant. 2nd and long, Cardell Jones came in as the number 2 QB. He remains in there. Jones over the middle, connects with Culkin. Looking to convert on 3rd down, give it to Andre Williams. And a first down.
Next drive, starting the game off with 2 turnovers is never good, but they're good things to learn from and things we'll take a look at on film.
How do you mean? Really appreciate you stopping by. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
All right, Evan, thanks very much. Growing pains in year 1. Jones gets rid of it to Andre Williams with a flag down. And Williams takes it across midfield.
Illegal formation, offense, 5-yard penalty, repeat, 2nd down.
And NFL return man. 2nd and 16, Jones lets it fly to the 45. Caught in a crowd. And the ball popped free right at the end of the play. And it's going to be ruled down. Initially started empty. Now they send Eckler back there. Jones. A gun right at the marker. And he makes the connection with Mitchell Page. Single setback is Williams. Jones is now 6 of 8 for 55 yards and an interception. Andre Williams plants the foot, cuts for 3. Started by 7 points or less. The Chargers went 1 and 8. Williams could not take it to the outside. The 3rd and 9. Shotgun. Jones. Look at a run. Jones fakes a pitch. And he's brought down. Is Toby Baker getting an opportunity. Baker, the rookie out of Arkansas, averaged 43 yards a kick in his career for the Razorbacks. Their catch. How far is that? Well, depending on traffic, it's X. Mannion. Oh! Reynolds got leveled and held on to the football.
Was the
Personal
back of his
foul,
head.
unnecessary contact to a defenseless player. Number 37, 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down. The field after discussion. Pass was completed at the 26-yard line. The 15-yard penalty will then be added to that.
Correct.
First down.
That is 8 penalties costing the Chargers 92 yards. Mannion, play action, delivers on time. Pharaoh Cooper. He thought he was going to get extra yardage after the catch and curl. Catches 37 yards, a long of 21. Play fake. Mannion looks downfield, flips it, incomplete, nearly hit a cheerleader. Rams trying to battle back with second teamers. Mannion. Caught! Reynolds, touchdown! Fantastic over-the-shoulder grab for the score.
Little out move, and then it's just pure speed. Evans in good position there with another perfect throw by Sean Mannion.
You mentioned they are high on Josh Reynolds, and he just showed you why.
Twice.
Travis Coons curls through the point after. 16 unanswered points for the LA Rams. Coons kicks it off. Rashawn Jenkins, the return man. Jenkins weaves through traffic, makes a man miss at the 20. And sprawled out at the 26-yard line. Austin's been dealing with a hamstring injury. Jones remains in there for the Chargers. Jones under duress. Catch made by Davis. And Jeremy Davis is brought down after a modest gain of 2. Spreading it around, 7 different receivers. Andre Williams the pitch. Williams throwing his body around, but not enough for a first down.
Lynn to learn the offense himself.
And Lynn said he and Wiz were considering a move together to San Francisco if Lynn got the job. Insight into offense. I'm looking for balance. Jones, play fake. Jones has a big arm. Off the hands of Jamal Jones. Jones gets the play off. Steps up. Underneath to Sean Culkin.
Your brother probably by now.
On 3rd and 3. The slant perfectly executed to Jeremy Davis, former New York Giants, 6th round pick in 2015. Phillips defense. Jones on a give to Andre Williams. He gets stacked up. Oh, that ball popped free. Rams claim they've got it. Digging in at the bottom of the pile. Each team is taking claim to the football. It's the Rams. Aaron Green in at tailback. Mannion tosses it to the outside. It's hauled in by Shippen.
Obviously one more preseason game, but I like where we are.
I'm sure it's obvious, but what does Keenan Allen bring now that he's back healthy?
This isn't an easy system to learn, and he's got it all thrown at him, and he's day by day worked at it, and he's doing a nice job.
Ball Chargers early. Rams have answered. The toss out, Mannion to Cooper as we start this 4th quarter. Ease the transition and gives you a sense of the flow of the game. Aaron Green breaking tackles and flags come down. One at the 32, the other at the 19-yard line.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both against the Los Angeles Rams. Holding, offense number 69. This penalty is declined. Holding, number 46, offense. 10-yard penalty, second down.
A setback tonight for Goff in his development, but all signs are very positive. He's getting a handle on this offense. And McVay was not a bad little high school quarterback at one time.
Shotgun from Mannion on a 3rd and 8. Mannion knocked up in the air. Incomplete.
Yeah, that's our guy, Chris McCain.
It's a 53-yard attempt for Travis Coons. Zerline hit one from 57. And Coons is perfect from 53. Coons will kick it off. The Rams have made 2 50-plus yard field goals tonight. They had 2 all of last year. Action, we're digging out good stuff.
Yeah, somebody's got to do it on both cases.
Jones out of the pocket. Wobbly ball is caught. And a flag down.
Speaking of Seattle, you had to mention that. There was about 30 penalties in that game last night.
Holding, offense number 66. 10-yard penalty, repeat, first down.
Eckler in the backfield. He gets the call, and he gets spun down right away. Turk will miss the first 4 games, tested positives for performance-enhancing drugs. Second year out of USC. Jones, tuck and run. Gets hit from the side. Jones fires. Page claims he got it cleanly. Rams disagree. And it's a clean catch.
And had a better view down on the field.
Los Angeles Rams are challenging the ruling on the field of a completed pass.
There's no question the ball hit the ground before it hit Page's hands. Not sure why this would take all this time.
After review, it is an incomplete pass. It will be LA Chargers ball, 4th down and 11 at the 24-yard line. With the game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 11:01. 11:01. Thank you.
Make it Kaiser who's in there. Drew Kaiser. Ryan backs up from the 24. Try to cut it back.
They get off to a terrific start.
And up to Aaron Green. Helmet is lost as a flag is thrown.
Illegal use of the hands, hands of the face, defense number 53. This 5-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play and an automatic first down.
Is there an instant replay on that?
We just had it.
Oh, that was the instant replay, retroactively. The throw to Farrell Cooper. First down in Chargers territory. Mannion could not handle the snap and had to jump on it to avoid further damage. The teams actually did fight at a joint practice. Mannion on time. Nick Roberts from the gun. Mannion incomplete. 25-year-old Sean Mannion. And a flag thrown pre-snap.
5-yard penalty remains second down.
Mannion deep drop. Catch made by Nick Roberts. And those long strides. Want to continue? Or?
Oh, I got them all.
You do have them all. Off the hands of Aaron Green. Made one from 53 yards away. This is a 33-yard attempt. Coons. He missed it. And Kuchar in the mix as well. We'll have it for you here on CBS. Mike Bercovici out of Arizona State.
Absolutely.
Bercovici tosses it to Andre Patton. Now first down. Patton's a rookie out of Rutgers. Bercovici on a give. Eckler. And nothing there. 2, maybe 3, depending on the spot. 3,854 yards in his senior year with 30 touchdowns. That one is offline. Eckler, the target. Chargers will open the regular season in Denver. Second half of the Monday Night Football doubleheader. Kenyon Barner is in there. Bercovici. Nice throw over the middle. And it's Matt Weiser.
Wasn't a bad throw at all.
Give us to Barnier. And Kenyon Barner.
1970, the Trojans came to Autzen Stadium and went away 10-7 losers to the Ducks.
The run by Bercovici and a slide with a flag thrown at the 42-yard line.
Holding, offense, number 61. 10-yard penalty, repeat, second down.
Extended action now for Barner. Bercovici checks it down to Barner. That time he did bobble, but secured it. To your 5th Oregon pop of the night. 3rd and 14.
I'm not done.
Leader is Bercovici. Lost Jamal Charles early. Ware stepped forward into a larger role. Eckler. And a late flag.
Holding, offense, number 63. 10-yard penalty, repeat, first down.
Bercovici has been focused on Patton. Bercovici. Juggled. Lost it right at the end. Matt Weiser. The toss low for Eckler, and Bercovici had to get rid of it quickly with a message there for Barner. Shotgun, Bercovici. Knocked down. Shakir Ryan standing inside the 10. Baker trying to place it. And does. Flag thrown.
During the kick, holding, receiving team, number 49. This penalty assessed half the distance to the goal, first down.
Lofsky in his 11th year in the NFL, 5th-round pick back in 2005, throwing out of his own end zone. It's complete to McRoberts. A lot of action here for Paul McRoberts. Orlovsky, pump and throw, nearly picked off on Walu. The rookie from Notre Dame got his hands on it. Orlovsky, we approach 2 minutes to go in the 4th. Orlovsky sets the feet, uncorks the deep ball, and it's incomplete. Missed the 33-yard field goal that would have put the Rams in front. Mitchell Page, no fair catch. Not the right call. Page gets pushed backwards. The preseason at Green Bay on Thursday night. That opened the regular season at home for Indianapolis. We'll have it for you right here on CBS. Bercovici. The bootleg. Deron Brown, the speed. And a penalty marker at the 39-yard line.
Illegal block in the back, offense, number 80. 10-yard penalty.
Still have 3 timeouts remaining. Give it to Barner. Slam down. Could not break away from Casey Sales. And there's one of the timeouts used to stop the clock with 1:41 to play. It's 1:43 on the clock. Barner going in the wrong direction. Casey Sales sniffs it out again.
And for Antonio Gates.
You get a first down here, the game is over. Eckler. Oh, he's right there.
That'll do it. That's a first down.
Victory formation for the Chargers. Wide-handed off. Eckler gets the call. And it's preseason for play-by-play announcers as well. Don't anticipate. And that's it. The Chargers win their first preseason game. The Rams lose their first preseason game. Well, they're not quite rivals yet. But this preseason battle for LA belongs to the Chargers. Got off to a 21-0 lead, and they hold on for a 21-19 win over the LA Rams.